The superintendent is saying safety has become a #1 concern since the tragedy at Sandy Hook.
That safety on the minds of people all across the state, too. We're going to hear more from the superintendent coming up just in a few minutes. But first, we're going to take you to Hartford, where News 8's Bob Wilson is live tonight to show us how hundreds are learning to protect themselves from a gunman if this type of tragedy would ever happen again. Bob?
Yeah, it wasn't a meeting at all. This was actual ideas. These were pointers. You do this, step 1, step 2, you hide, you run. Here's how you hide, here's how you run. There were demonstrations, and hundreds turned out to hear these ideas in case an active shooter enters their workplace or school.
We teach run, hide, and fight.
More than 100 people, from police officers and school administrators to lawmakers and business owners, packed into the YMCA wanting to know how to survive if a gunman walked into their place of business or school and started to shoot.
I work in a manufacturing firm, and we have probably about 260, 280 employees, so kind of concerned about their safety, so trying to see what we can do to help that.
Here at the YMCA, they have concerns of their own, so they brought in a security expert to give them life-saving tips.
First reaction should be to run. You don't want to confront somebody with a gun, obviously. If you can't do that, in lieu of that, hide. Find some place to hide.
In the class, the last thing they teach is fighting, but if you have to and come down to it, you can find a weapon anywhere in your workplace. You need to look ahead of time, anywhere from this coat rack here to a fire extinguisher. You can spray them with a fire extinguisher, a stapler. Even a simple phone can be used as a weapon. He says bottom line is, if it comes down to fighting, you just don't want to lay there and be a victim.
We have a lot of kids in our building. We have preschool programs and members in and out. We even have people who live here, so we got to keep it a safe place for everyone.
In the wake of the Newtown shootings, the security experts also addressed school safety and some concrete ways to keep the shooters out.
Not just gun control, but architectural changes. Right now, most schools have fire doors. Those can be changed, retrofitted to have locks and lock during an emergency, such as an active shooter, and the teachers can have the codes.
And one thing he recommends is think ahead of time. Whether you're a school or an office or a manufacturing facility, know the exits. Come up with a couple of hiding spots now before this happens. In case this happens, you'll at least have thought about it, have a plan, and you can act on it. I'm Bob Wilson, reporting live in Hartford, News 8.